Matt here again. Today I'm going to go over some recent photos of Phil Heath as he visited France recently and guest posed there. Phil is 20 weeks out from the 2015 Mr. Olympia contest, and so that leaves basically 4 or 5 months, and yet he's looking incredibly sharp. He's looking like somebody who is within perhaps the final month leading up to the contest. So it's pretty incredible to see the type of shape he's in this far out from the contest. From this angle you don't see very much, but you can tell definitely that he is in condition. He's has some details even in the back of his legs and towards his glutes, which are areas of conditioning that come out sort of towards the contest itself. So the fact that he's this far out with that type of conditioning, it's pretty impressive. This most muscular shows definition basically everywhere. His abs are out, his thighs have great definition, you can see his calves from the front. Everything all around is conditioned and full. Clearly not quite in contest shape, but yet he is definitely in shape, and it looks like he's not 20 weeks out for sure. He looks a lot closer to the contest than that, in my opinion, based on what we see here. This is a closer shot with better lighting of Phil Heath in his most muscular pose, and you're basically seeing some striations, some feathering on his chest. His quads are striated, to some extent even cross-striated. So again, just excellent conditioning. And here is the last shot from the series of photos that I have. In this extreme close-up, you do see that Phil is not quite in contest shape. You can tell when you go this close that the details aren't quite there to the extent that we would expect in this same type of shot at this close range on the day of the contest. But again, you can see things are starting to come out. He has striations in his quads, and just sort of peeking out are cross striations. His calves are big, and you can see the definition from the front. In his shoulders, you can see some striations coming out. His arms are vascular. His abs are there, and I don't really think that his waist has grown too much, but that naturally will happen to any bodybuilder as they put on size. But I think Phil so far has been pretty good at keeping his waist and his stomach in check as he's grown. It's hard to make an exact prediction as to who will win the Mr. Olympia, but I think there is absolutely a possibility that Phil Heath will take his 5th Sandow. He has his own supplement line right now, and I feel that he doesn't have very much more to prove or anything more to prove as a bodybuilder, and perhaps just for the sake of his health and for his other business interests, he could or perhaps should put away bodybuilding competition, as it is pretty hard on the body. And I think 5 is really a nice number to sort of shoot for. I do feel that the judges also sort of have a tendency, based on history, to give the win to the reigning champion unless Phil comes in significantly off. He was off in 2009, for instance. It relegated him to 5th place, and I think that potentially could happen again, and Kai could beat Phil if that happens. So it's definitely a possibility, but I feel like Phil can win this one, and we'll see where he goes from there. But he is looking very sharp. Just wanted to post these photos to let everybody know where he stands. The Olympia is basically 20 weeks exactly away, and Phil, I think, will perform as usual. Looking forward to see how he looks, and thank you everybody once again for watching.